Okay, so let's take a look at the Streets of Fire solo from the 1977 Atlantic Studios performance. Okay, so what we've got, this solo is basically uses the first two shapes of the A major pentatonic. So if you don't know that, so it will start from the 17th fret E string, and the first shape will go 17, 14, 16, 14, 16, 14, 16, 14, 17, 14, 17. That's the first shape, and then the second shape will go 17, 19, 16, 19, 16, 19, 16, 18, 17, 19, 17, 19. So it basically uses those two shapes. It's worth kind of being familiar with the pentatonics, and then it's a lot easier to work out and also play solos and improve your bends, etc. So let's go through it. So, okay, so what we've got first is going to use a lot of vibrato and quite aggressive picking. So the first bar goes like this. Okay, so that's two kind of slowish bends on the one and the and of two with the 16th fret. So, okay, then second bar, what we've got, you've got a bend and release, okay, which is one beat long. So it's one. You've got this going up and then down, one and like that. One and then you've got 16, 14, 16 on the G, and then bend up on the 16. So those first two bars go like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, and then you're going to go to the 17th fret B string, full tone bend, and then you're going to hit the 17th fret after that bend without actually bending. So you're going to go 1, 2 and 3, 4, and at the end of the bar you've got this, again, staccato note. So any notes on the tab that you see in the walkthrough with a dot above it means it's kind of short and snappy. So staccato. Okay, so those first three bars, you've got 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Cool, then bar 4, you've got this 16th fret quick bend, half a beat, so a quaver or eighth note. So you've got this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, cool, so it's all based on the 16th fret and the 14th fret of the G string. So you've got that first bend, 1, then 2 hits on the 16th fret G string, then 14th fret G string, 16th fret G string, and then you've got a bend and release on the 16th fret G string, and then finish off with the 14th fret G string. And then you've got this grace note slide, so grace note hammer on. So you're basically hitting the 14th fret G string and hammering on straight away to the 16th fret. So it's 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so again, don't forget a lot of these notes, if you see a squiggly line in a tab, it basically means kind of vibrato. I like to use vertical vibrato. It's basically just, Bruce uses it a lot, it's a really cool technique. So it's so this is bar 5, you're going 1, 2 and 3 and then you've got these semiquavers or 16th notes, hammer on from the 14th, 16th fret on the D string. I'm doing this as a downstroke. Get the speed up and then an upstroke, 14th fret G, and then back to the 16th fret D string. Okay, so far, first 5 bars go like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then next bit 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a. So that bar 6 is exactly the same as bar 5. And then you've got the grace note hammer on the D string now, 14 to 16. 1, 2 and 3, and that same kind of little fast riff. So you do that 3 bars in a row, that kind of 4-note little phrase there. And then you do the grace note. So we're now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2 and. Okay, so here you've got the grace note, hammer on again, 1, 2 and now you go straight into this hammer on, 14 to 16. These are all semiquavers or 16th notes. So 3 E and 4 and. Okay, so you've got hammer on 14 to 16 D string, 3 E, then 14, 16 G, and then a bend and release on the 16 G, then 14 G, and then we're on to the next bar, bar 9. We've got a full tone bend on the 16th fret, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so here what we've got, 16th fret, full tone bend, G string, 1, 2, and 3, and then you've got this next bit, 16 to 18 on the G. So now we're moving up into the second shape of the A major pentatonic. And here you're going to go 16, 18, and this is time wise, it's going to count this as and a 4 and a 4 and. So 16, 18 on the G and a 4 and there's 17th fret at the end, 2 notes there on the B string. Okay, so okay, and then we've got the next bar. Again, we're quite high up the neck now, and then you've got 1, 2, 1, 2, and. Let me just check where I am. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So 1, 2, and. So here we've got a grace note, hammer on 17 to 19 on the B string. 1, 2, and then you're hitting the 17th fret B string twice again, and then you've got these triplet quarter notes or triplet crotchets on the 2 on the 19th fret B and 1 on the 17th fret E. So you got this. Again, it's basically 3 notes over 2 beats. Da, da, da. Again, they should be staccato, short and snappy notes as well. So that bar, that whole of that bar, so this will be bar 10. 1, 2, and da, da, da. And then you've got 17th fret E string. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is the 17th fret E string. Again, lots of vibrato. On the end of the 2, you've got grace note slide, 17 to 19 again. And then you've got a pre-bend, okay? So this is on the and of 4. It means you're already bending up these. It's a really cool technique, and Bruce does it really well here. So he's pre-bent the 17th fret to reach the pitch of the 19th fret. I love this technique. And then, yes, you're going to go hit the note on the and of 4. It ties into the next bar, and then hits the 14th fret B string, and then 16 G, 14 B, and then he's doing full tone bend, nice and quick. So he's doing a full tone bend on the 17th fret B, then 17 on its own, and then 14 on its own. I'll do the last 3 bars, okay? So the last 3 bars, you go like this. 1, 2, and dun, 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 dun. Pre-bend. It's a really cool passage, that. Cool, then you've got some tough bends here. 15th fret on the E string, full tone bend. Then 14th fret E string, so it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then you've got 2 bends on the 15th fret of the E string. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then again, they're quite tough bends. Again, lots of vibrato as well. And then you've got this kind of quick bend and release at the end of that bar on the 17th fret B string. And then you've got full tone bend, 17th fret B string. And then another 17th fret on beat and of 2. So it's 1, 2, and then you've got this really cool passage. 1 and 1 and so that's going bend, releasing on the 17th fret B string, and then 14 B, 16th fret G. So 1 and that's the timing. 1 and then you've got the same rhythm, but now with the 16th fret G string, 4 and so bend and release on the 16th fret, and then 14, 16. Okay, so that last bar, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and really cool little bit. And then you got this last bar, just goes Again, be careful to look at the kind of, listen out for the timing, how long some of the bends are, and some of the short snappy notes. And using lots of different types of bends. So in this solo, it's got full tone bends, where you're kind of stopping it at the end. Then you've also got bend and release. And you also got a pre-bend, and that kind of bit before the end. So some really cool techniques to practice here. So what I'll do now is play the whole solo through fairly slowly, and then one at a kind of normal-ish speed, okay? So you got 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and a 4E and a 1. I sped up a little bit there at the end. Cool, I'll do that one more time a little bit faster, okay? Okay, so 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1, 2 and triplets, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 4, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1. So yeah, it's not it's actually quite an intricate solo here. It's a really cool solo. I think a lot of his earlier solos are really impressive actually. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Again, don't forget to slow down the video in the walkthrough just so you can see the tab popping in and out. Cool, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.